We're near the end of this deck's reign, and it's kind of sad because depending on what ends up happening to Orcust here, we might not be able to enjoy this to the full extent that we want to. So this is really just one last hurrah here for Shadal, or excuse me, for Gadgets to really get the chance to shine. And you guys know that I love this deck. I love Mr. Red Yellow and company just so much. Like they've been the thing that makes this channel blossom per se. And when I got the chance to see this deck in my inbox from somebody, I was like, wow. So Sam Middleton sent this in, and I was like, cool. So he said, hey Robbie, I'm an absolutely huge fan of yours and share your love for Gadgets big time. Super excited for the new Machina Structure deck. Me too. And following your previous attempts at Gadget Orcust, I took inspiration and figured I'd give it a crack at some of a raggedier version of the variant. I've attached a photo of my list below. Definitely needs some polishing. I understand you're a busy guy, and I would love to hear some theory crafting from you. End board varies. Usually consists of IP. You use itself and Platinum to make Abermax, Baguska, Galtea, and then either Babel with Dingrisu or Skelly in the Grave, or the Crescendo. Baguska can be replaced with Dweller for this. So, I don't have a lot to add back to what he's done here. I really wanted to open up the floor with this deck and just say, yes, there are things that you can do with this deck. Yes, the deck is still... Okay, you guys saw last format where we would just use two monsters to slap together and do Orcust combo. Well, you still kind of do that, but you get cool things that you can do. So, Symphonic Warrior Guitar. So, Pendulum effect, you discard one card, special summon a Symphonic Warrior from your deck, except for Guitar. And then on normal, summon target a Symphonic Warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Really care about that. We also have Mix here, or Mix. So unless you have a Symphonic Warrior monster card in your other Pendulum Scales card becomes 4. And then during the end phase, target one of your banished Symphonic Warrior monsters, add it to your hand. You can special summon this card from your hand by removing 3 Symphonic counters. After normal or special summon, you normal summon one monster. Basically. So what we care about here, in a perfect world, is if you have Guitar and you have Mix up, you have what we like to call Pendulum Scale. Now, it's not always going to happen, but Guitar does allow you to discard to special summon another Symphonic Warrior from your deck, which gets you Mix. Now, the Pendulum Scale here really depends on your life and your draws. Because I'll be honest with you, life can suck some days, and you can draw some really bad cards. Also, this variant has access to the Scrap package. So, with Scrap Recycler being able to drop down Orcust monsters for combo, you're able to get into Wyvern, much like your standard Orcust deck. And then you get the ability to target a Scrap monster in graveyard, special summon it, and then destroy one card you control. And if another Scrap monster is destroyed by card effect, like control this monster, you can special summon one Scrap monster from your deck and then destroy one card in the field. So basically what we care about here is you get more deck thinning, more pressure on the field, and more extenders to continue on with your day. Right? Like, that's what you want to do with this. It's almost like these cards are just poor little shells of themselves extending. So what's going on here? So we play one copy of Bateran just in case we need to get to the Pendulum Scales. Also, it is a machine level 3, which, okay, it's a low Pendulum Scale, alright? Bear with me here. We have triple copies of Gold Gadget. This is your normal summon extender. You get the ability to beam out a Gadget, which can search. Alright, like Gold Gadget, Silver Gadget, into actually 10 Goldfish, into Gold, into Silver, into Gadget is like the best hand ever. I'm not going to ever complain about that if you can draw it. But if you can't draw that, well, you know it's fine. Also, you know, you're getting to search for your other Pendulum Scales pretty good. Alright, so we have triple copies of each of the gadgets. Now, I'm not a real big fan of triple gadget on paper. I've said it multiple times. We'll do some test hands with this deck here near the end of the video to kind of demonstrate this, but you'll see me get flooded with this. Now, it's okay to get flooded with it in this particular deck because you don't really... like, okay, so if you see multiple gadgets and you can set up your Pendulum Scale and unload your hand, that's fine. Like, that's honestly best case scenario, because you're like, oh, hey, yeah, that's no problem. Like, more monsters I can stick on the field, more monsters I can make, right? Like, that's fine. We have triple copies of Machina Fortress. It's a 2500 body that you can also use as a discard outlet for these bad bricks. The only complaint I'm having here is I might want to try one symbol in this build as opposed to two, but I get why we're playing two, because it's Orcust. Like, we don't have the World Wand to do the full-on shenanigans, so, we kind of just sit with what we're at here. So, Orcust, we're playing 2 copies of Symbol Skeleton, triple Harpor, 1 copy of the Orcust Nightmare. Alright, that's fine. This is an okay ratio. I don't see any problems with this whatsoever. I do get why we'd want to play the wand, but we don't have the ability to do the crazy loop-de-loop combos that you see with other decks. Okay, so that's fine. And then, of course, triple red. And we have 2 copies of the fridge. Once again, the Scrap Wyvern's pretty cute. I also get that the refrigerator is pretty okay as like a one-of, but we're trying to do this and get maximum value out of this. Thank you, Fridge Coon. Triple copies of Scrap Recycler. Once again, on normal or special, send that machine to the graveyard. Look at my 4 Orcust combo go. It's almost like my deck is hella linear. We have triple copies of Silver Gadget, triple copies of Guitar, 2 copies of Mike, and then we have 2 copies of Gold. Now hear me out here. Or excuse me, 2 copies of Tin Goldfish. Goldfish is another extender. Like I said, Tin Goldfish plus Gold plus Silver plus Gadget is just hilarious to me that we actually can do that. And I mean, of course, Gear Gigant, under the next master rule of this deck somehow survives. You could do some cheekier stuff, but there's only so much that you can do. We have triple yellow as well. And spells, okay, so 1 Monster Reborn. This card is an extender. It does allow you to play the game a little bit more. We have 1 copy of Orchestrated Babble, so that, you can do Orcust combo during your opponent's turn with Dingrisu. Then we have the 1 Crescendo for the 1 Interruption through the opponent's turn. Alright, that's very basic. Would trade them out for Cycle's Light? Absolutely not. Alright, extra deck down here. 1 Scrap Wyvern, additional extra Monster Zone, additional Link Ladder Climbing, additional combo extenders. Okay? 1 Platinum Gadget, another extender from the hand, and floating, actually. That does come up, actually. 1 copy of Avermax. This is our standalone boss monster through the opponent's turn. Slapping IP into this is pretty okay. We have 1 Longrisu, just for shuffling back capabilities and interruption through the opponent's turn. 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix. 1 copy of IP Masquerena for the interruption play. We do not have Unicorn in the extra deck. I might suggest cutting a Gear Gigant and playing that. I mean, in a world where I guess you can resolve triple Gear Gigant X, it doesn't seem worth it. I'd rather play the one of Unicorn just to be able to climb into it for the interruption. So that's one thing I would change. I guess it also depends on this guy. We have the 2 Galtea, the 1 Boral Sword, and then of course we got Baguski here. So Baguski, he's one of those cards that will get a little bit more play in the future, but for now, a little bit on the fence about it. I get it, it's good. I mean, it's Sister Dweller. And we have triple Gear Gigant. Like I said, probably drop 1 of these for a Unicorn. We have the 1 Dingrisu. We have the 1 Abyss Dweller. Alright, let's shuffle this up. I'm kind of curious here. Alright, so, look guys, we got full combo. So, I wish we opened up another Pendulum Scale for the most part, but literally like Tin Goldfish, Gadget, go. You've also got the Fortress live. I guess for the most part, this is also one of those times I guess you could make double Gear Gigant to get to the Pendulum Scale, but it's not that good, actually. Yeah, this hand gets you there. That's particularly interesting. Oh, look, we have Orcust combo. Hey, look, we actually got our scale, too. Cool, so Gadget plus this is Gear Gigant to go search for, well, no, actually, that's kind of a big stink, actually. Hey, you get there. You got Orcust combo, at least. Man, this is one of those hands. All right, yay, Tin Goldfish, go. At least we drop out the Fortress to drop the Harp into the graveyard so we can do combo. That's actually fine by me. Here we drew both Crescendo and Babble. Just my luck as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Story of my life. Oh, yikes. Well, I mean, we need a Gadget here. We We got the pendulum scales, but we need a gadget. It's not named Silver. Hey, look. We got Gear Gigant. Hey, look. We also got Scrap Recycler. Yeah, I mean, Scrap Recycler go. Like, I need more of my combo than just that, but alright. Just a fun little deck I wanted to showcase for you guys. Guys, what do you think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And well, guys, I'm out. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.